Hi everybody, Sierra here, and welcome to my very first video on my brand new YouTube channel, Red TV Plays. Today I'm bringing you guys some Spider-Man Remastered. This became my 51st Platinum Trophy, but let's go ahead and get started by saying like this video and subscribe to my channel for more upcoming videos. But in the meantime, you guys, let's get started and talk about Spider-Man some. I'll even tell you how I got the platinum for it and so on. And I will provide some tips for you guys in this video. So let's go ahead and get started with the first part. So Spider-Man was actually a really good game. PlayStation 5 is good. The difficulty not being so hard, I would rate it at least a 3 out of 10 for difficulty. Takes 2 playthroughs to complete. 65 to 70 hours with DLCs, 30 to 35 without DLCs. And there is 79 trophies to acquire if you do have the DLCs, or if you just have the PS4 version and don't have the DLCs. It would be very recommended to try the DLCs out and get the trophies for them, because without them you won't be able to get 100% on the game. You'll only be like 60% completed without the DLCs. So I'm suggesting to you all, if you played Spider-Man, if you're new to playing Spider-Man and you want to get 100% on it and stuff, then basically getting the City Sleeps DLC will bring you up to 100%. So in this video today, I'm going to show you guys and give you guys some tips on some of the trophies I acquired in the game. And at the end, I will show you what happens when you do get all the suits in the end and so on. Because the suits trophy was where I got the platinum. But before that, let's go ahead and talk about some of the things in the game. So first off, this is your map. Your map shows all the districts and stuff. And you do have to get all these things done, like crimes and Black Cat stuff, and also do some challenges, side missions, and all that to get 100% in your districts. If you complete your districts 100%, then your campaign goes up little at a time. But it doesn't go to full 100% until you're done with the campaign story. So I would suggest doing all those and complete them and stuff. And also get all of your gadgets, skills, and everything else done. Next thing to talk about is your suits, suit powers, and suit mods. So in the game, there is a lot of suits to unlock. So I think you need to unlock the first 25 suits in order to get the All Suits trophy. So every time you unlock a suit, you get a suit power. So far my favorite's been the Battle Focus, which when you activate, it will grant you additional focus, which is actually worth it if you're going against like tough enemies like Sable and stuff. So I would recommend using that. My second favorite is the resupply mod, and it will resupply all your gadgets and stuff whenever you run out. Speaking of gadgets, we're going to talk about some of them. So right here we got Impact Web, which instantly webs up the enemies to the wall if they're near one. Spider Drone's good, that will like shoot enemies with electric or something. We also have Electric Web that you get later on in the game. It's good for like distracting them or electrocuting them for a few minutes so you can get a good hit on them. Web Bomb is a good idea if you have multiple enemies in front of you. Um, while they're webbed up, use your concussion blast, or I think that's what it's called, and then they'll blast up to a wall and instantly be webbed to a wall. Um, but if I do have to say one thing that's good for like aerial moves is the um, uh, I sometimes always forget the name of this. Oh yeah, suppression matrix. Suppression matrix is where you blast it onto the ground and the enemies float in the air, and you can get some really good aerial moves, and it will fill up your focus really quickly. And it's a good idea to use, but you can only get that like towards the end of the game. Next thing to talk about is your skills. So to the left is your offensive, the middle is your defensive, and the one to the right is your webbing attacks. Make sure to save all of your skill points at the end of the game and unlock those whenever you can. There's the missions menu. I don't have any because I already completed the game 100%. Your collection shows all your resources. We'll talk about that later. All the backpacks you collected in the game. I think there's 55 to collect. But it is worth it. Um, Jonah Jameson archives. Yeah, most of these, I don't remember how I got them, but I think the audio recordings has to do with like when you catch pigeons or something. I really don't remember. And then there's also the newspapers. The benchmarks are stuff that increases when you do an action and all that. And then there's the bios of all characters. You can check that out, read their bios and all that, which is pretty cool if you don't, if you want to check out some stuff. And this right here is all your moves that you unlock in the game. Most of them are through the skills menu. Some of them you have to have doing certain challenges and all that, so be aware of which ones you need to unlock, especially if it's ground strike and electric webbing. And yeah, that's pretty much it on that. And then this is the DLCs where you can do the Heist, Turf Wars, and Silver Lining. All three of them were good in their own ways. Do those like later after you complete the story. That's one way of getting 100%. And also just keep note that to make sure to do everything in all districts in your first playthrough. Next thing we're going to talk about is resources that you get in the game. The first one highlighted here is research tokens. You can get those through doing Harry Osborn research for him, and also by going to Otto Octavius' lab and doing some of those puzzles and stuff, determining substances and all that. It's definitely one of those things where you can unlock the suits. There are a few suits that takes research tokens. Landmark tokens are where you have to go around and take pictures of landmarks like the Empire State Building and all that stuff. I would recommend doing all those as well. Let's see, base tokens is where you go to enemy bases. Make sure you do all objectives to each enemy base because those tokens are important for the gadgets and also the suits. Crime tokens, you do all the crimes, and there's also bonus objectives to complete those, like getting a certain amount of combo points and all that stuff. It's really no big deal. It's easy anyway. Challenge tokens is good if you're like doing bomb challenge, drone challenge. You'll just have to see for yourself on that. And then last but not least, backpack tokens. Backpack tokens is what you collect in the game. As I said earlier, that's one of the things you collect. So, on to this clip right here. So, this part right here is where I was doing a base in Greenwich, which is actually the first base that you do, um, like, at the beginning of the campaign. So, in this one, I played on the easiest difficulty, but I waited until I completed my first playthrough. And I could change my difficulty to either amazing or friendly. And it actually worked really nicely. If you're wanting to get the trophy to complete a base without getting hit, this is actually the easiest method of doing it. The other thing to keep note of too, if you do get hit, you do have to restart all over again. And it is important to absolutely not get hit at all. Use all your gadgets and everything. So be aware of, your environment. Dodge everything that your spotty sense detects. And you'll be fine on that. I did complete this in my first playthrough, and I was actually really happy that I did. So, yeah, I was really proud of myself for that. So, that's one thing to keep note of as well. So, after this part, I'm going to be quiet for a couple of seconds because I want you to see a scene. My favorite part about this game was Peter Parker's humor. He totally likes calling himself Spider Cop and annoying Yuri. And it absolutely cracked me up in this game. It was just absolutely awesome. So in this next scene after this, I want you all to watch it, and then we'll talk about what happened when I got the platinum trophy in the game, because that's towards the end of the video, and then we'll go from there after that. But anyway, I enjoyed this game. I thought it was really awesome, and I can't wait to really dig into Miles Morales, and I will make a video of that game as well. I know that many of you guys out there already has the platinum for this game, so I was really happy that I got this game last year, and I'm actually quite surprised I got this game for my first trophy of 2022, and I knew I should have just started it first, and originally I was going to do Streets of Rage 4, but it was pushing me so far, and it was really taking a lot of my time. I was nearly 1 month into completing it, and I couldn't do it for right now, but I will eventually go back to it and make a video on it also. So, I just want to let everybody know that I do like trophy hunting. I think it's something that actually makes you feel good to complete and achieve on something. But I was actually happy of getting Spider-Man done. I did enjoy this game, but there's one more thing I need to remind you of. If you do play one of the DLCs, be aware that there is a little bit of a bug, not too serious. But sometimes when you go into like certain missions or something, it doesn't like start or anything. It doesn't show the enemies or anything like that. But I just wanted to let you know about that, just for a little bit of a warning. But you can always restart your mission. So I just completed the base for this, and so yeah. So anyway, here comes the part that I was talking about.
You even did the voice.
Okay, don't make it weird.
You like me. You really like me.
You made it weird. Let's go, we've got work to do.
I can't wait. Spider Cop surveys the city, placid, but seething with turmoil just beneath its calm surface.
What have I done?
So yeah, that was the scene that I was talking about Peter Parker's humor. I really enjoyed this game because of that, and it was awesome. So here's the part where I got all the suits that I needed to get the platinum trophy, and I ended up going be greater trophy, and I got it all done. But anyway, you guys, I just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. I will bring more videos later on to come, and if you guys want any type of games to be reviewed, or if you guys need tips on anything, let me know in the comments. But I do appreciate your all support out there, and thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great day. Bye, guys.